Welcome back, guys, and you're probably wondering why I'm looking spectacular right now indoors and why I'm wearing a buff, some gloves, and a hat. Well, the reason is this is the next giveaway. So stay tuned on the end and I'll explain to you what that giveaway is and the rules of that giveaway. So I've been getting a lot of comments and questions about my favorite accessories on my kayak. I'm actually going to go through my top accessories that I use no matter what. It doesn't matter if I'm on a river, a creek, or a big lake fishing, I'll always have these accessories with me. So I'm gonna go through those, hopefully address some of those questions out there. So the reason why I'm out in the garage in the first place, I'm trying to work on my rudder and anchored wizard system. So I'm trying to get these to gel together, that way they function well with each other and not interfere with each other. So that's why I'm in the garage in the first place, but while I'm out here I thought, well, I can answer some questions while I'm out here. Let's get to my favorite accessories that I cannot live without. Now these are not in any order, so it's not from my number one to my last. These are just my overall favorites. And the first one I'm gonna start out with is the Yak Attack Roto Grip. If you have a sit on top or if you have a sit in where you have some tracks, gear tracks, I love these. This is one of my favorites. I mean, they're pretty versatile as far as holding your paddle, your parking pole, your fishing pole. I mean, they have a lot of usage. Another favorite of mine that I always have on my boat, no matter what body of water I'm on, is this little retractable cable system that actually attaches to your gear track as well. Tighten it down, and then I have my pliers attached to it. Of course, another accessory I always have with me, I mean, they go together per se, is my pliers. But I always have my pliers tethered to something. And this is why I personally have them tethered to. I've probably lost, I don't know, maybe 3 pliers overboard. And ever since I lost my third one, I'm like, not again. So this is an accessory I always have on me. And it's always attached to some pliers. Another one, I don't ever remove these. I mean, it just clips on the side here. When I'm traveling down the highway, actually, when I strap my seat down, when I strap it down with this bungee cable, I'll actually attach this donkey leash to that little bungee and it just rides in the wind just fine. I always have attached to me because you never know what you're gonna catch or have to revive. I love these. I mean, I have some fish grips underneath my seat as well, but I love this. It's compact, it's small, it doesn't take up a lot of space. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna spend time on a paddle, a PFD, and a kayak. I'm assuming you have those 3 important things. So these are additional accessories that make everything convenient, that you don't have to have per se, but they make life easier when you're out there on the water. Now these are, in my opinion, my favorites. So that's what I'm going through today. But actually on my PFD, I was gonna show you quickly, one of my other favorite accessories that I always have with me, and that is the boomerang snaps. They still work great for snipping fluorocarbon or mono and stuff like that. But I don't know if they're getting a little dull or what, but for the braid, they're starting to fray. And so another accessory I usually have on me, about 95% of the time, and these are my Gerber braid scissors right here. Another accessory I always have on me is this cooler. Now, obviously it's always attached to my seat. I can pull it off, but I don't. It'll take way too much time to pull it off and on each time. But it's very, very important when you're out in the water, especially a long period of time in the elements, especially in the heat. It's good to have a cooler with some hydration. Now this cooler, I have a review on it in a video down to the side, so I'm not gonna go in depth on it, but I do love this cooler, and it keeps my drinks and food cold all day long when I'm on the water. Now something I always have on me, whether I'm fishing a big lake or a small little creek, I always have my adjustable rod holders, whether it be the Ram tubes or my Zuka Tube Junior or my fish crate. Now I don't always take my fish crate with me. Like if I'm fishing a small creek or the Buffalo River or something like that, I won't take this big crate with me. I'll just pack one tackle box, just a 3700 or something like that. I'll always have these attached to my kayak, whether I have a milk crate or not, I'll always have some aftermarket rod holders. I know this list is getting long already, but these are actual items that I carry always. It doesn't matter what body of water I'm fishing at. I don't need all this stuff. You probably see all these extra accessories that I'm not actually talking about today. And I don't take all that stuff all the time, but I do take these accessories I'm going over with you now. And my next accessory, I always have my aftermarket cup holder, or bottle holder, or coffee holder. Or if you can remove this, obviously that didn't come with it, I can put some baits down there or hooks on the side. But I mainly use that for my hydration. Now it is removable, it's a removable accessory. Now if you look at my kayak, if you look all over, or if you just look online at the Wilderness Radar, there's not a cup holder built in. So obviously this is a must. I could always lay my water or drink down on the side, but sometimes I'll take a Yeti full of coffee and that's not gonna work. So this is something I always take with me. I really don't want to spend time on the accessories that's permanently mounted to my kayak, but something that's always with me and I think is a must-have for say is my anchor trolley system. Now I don't always take my anchor wizard, but I always have like a anchor in the boat or a big drag chain depending on what body of water I'm fishing on. That way I can either hold a position or slow my drift down. So I think it's always important to have an anchor or a parking pole or something with you depending on how shallow or how deep the water is. But I necessarily don't always take my anchor wizard, and that's why I'm not actually listening in my favorites that I always take with me. It's not necessarily a kayak accessory, but something I always have in my boat no matter what adventure I'm going on. And that is this Pelican case, or a waterproof case similar to this. Sometimes I take my Apache 1800, but I have a waterproof, watertight, water resistance, whatever you want to call it, case for my GoPro batteries, my remotes, or to throw my cell phone in if I'm going through a questionable area. Now again, I'm not mentioning the paddle. Yes, it's a must-have. You always need it on your vessel, and you always need to wear your PFD. I'm a huge believer of wearing this always, no matter how shallow or how deep the water is. This is something I always wear, especially after my accident called I broke my arm. If you haven't seen that, check the videos out on the sidebar and watch that. Ever since that accident, I've always wear this, no matter what. So I think it's that important. It had saved my life. And so before that, in my timeline, you can look at my older videos. I didn't wear it all the time, especially if there's a body of water I knew really well. Doesn't matter. Ever since that accident, lifesaver, saved my life, I always wear it. But just know I do have this on me every time I go out. So besides sunglasses and my scale and then that video that I done a year ago, the must-have video, I'm not going through all that stuff. But these are accessories that I love to have on my boat always. Doesn't matter where I fish or what I'm doing, I have these accessories on me. Now, these three accessories, these next three accessories are not accessories I always have with me, but they are my favorite accessories. And I'm gonna go through that right now. I already did a video on this by itself, so I'm not gonna go in depth, of course, of it, but one of my favorite accessories that I always have with me, obviously it's easy to take off and put on, and that is my Yak Light Spotlight. One of my favorite all-time accessories. One of my newer favorite accessories, and that is the Wilderness Systems Kayak Crate. Oh my gosh, you don't even have to have a Wilderness kayak, but this crate is awesome. It's a little on the pricey side, but after I've taken it out several times, it's totally worth it. Lastly, one of my favorite all-time accessories, that is my fish finder. I did a whole video on why I think the Raymarine is best for beginners. I still technically say I'm a beginner for say in reading one, but as far as the usage and how easy it is to use and all that, I think it's a great unit. It's a very small unit, doesn't take up a lot of space, where I can fit a lot more accessories down the side. But I love my fish finder. I don't always use it, I don't always need it, but it's good to have. And I especially love this one just because how easy it is to use. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I feel like I'm forgetting something though. Oh yes, the giveaway. Again, thank you so much for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I'm like blown away. I know it took me forever just to get to 100 subs, but to 1,000, I'm very, very thankful and thank you for that. Now the giveaway, and my appreciation to you, just a small token, is I'm going to give you a hat, a buff, and a pair of gloves. Now what this giveaway is called, it's called the Ginger Proof Package. If you haven't noticed already, I am a ginger, so I have to stay covered up because I will get skin cancer, I'll get tons of freckles, and I burn very, very easily. I wear tons of sunscreen. At the same time, I try to protect my skin. So this is called the Ginger Proof Package. So what do you have to do in order to receive this gift? You actually have to do, I think it's kind of fun. It might be different. I'm not sure if anyone's ever done this before, but I just posted a video of me taking my kids fishing. It's called My Son's First Bass. Now on that video, I cut out specific things in the video. I already pre-planned this. I cut out specifically the 2 sunfish that was mentioned in the video. I cut out what I called them, what I told my daughter what they were. You have to send me the 2 sunfish names, their technical names. I'm not talking about their scientific long super name. I'm just, whether it's bluegill or a perch or whatever you want to say. You have to list those 2 specific sunfish out. You have to tell me what 3 colors is on the bobber on my daughter's pole, and there's a freeze frame. You can pause it just right and see the 3 colors. A lot of people will get that wrong because the top color looks like a specific color, but it's actually not. So be careful and look a little closer. So you have to give me the 3 colors on that bobber, and last but not least, you have to tell me what town I was in at that specific location for my kids' reward. So 4 things I need from you: the 2 fish, the 3 colors of the bobber, and the town I was in when I took them to their reward. You have to email me those 4 answers, and you have to make sure you like and sub as well. So I guess you can say it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. You have to go back to my previous video, My Son's First Bass, and tell me those 4 requirements via email, and I will draw from that. So everyone can submit it. It doesn't have to be the first person that does that. But after I get several emails, I will pick the winner from those. I'll do a random drawing from those emails that I receive. So I'm gonna put 2 weeks on it. 2 weeks from today, the giveaway is cut off, and I will choose from the people who submitted their answers. Now this wasn't a walkthrough of all my accessories on my kayak. There's several I skipped and missed. But remember, these are the accessories that I always have on my kayak no matter what. No matter what types of body water I'm fishing, no matter what I'm doing on my kayak, these are the accessories that I feel like I always need to use or have attached. So I hope this video helps you out, especially if you're getting into kayak fishing and you don't know what to buy first. Besides a PFD, a paddle, and a kayak, these are some accessories you might want to look at to give you more conveniences on your fishing trips. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next